Hello guys, welcome to LNJ tutorials for Lawson and Justice. Last time we talked about how to deploy the tools in the drawing panel, and following that, Lawson took us through a very wonderful video which introduced us to how to deploy the features on the status bar. They are very useful in your drawing, trust me. So please, if you haven't watched that video, it is our second video and I would urge you to take a brief look at it. It will help you so well. Now in this tutorial today we are going to talk about how to zoom, how to pan, and how to rotate. When you are drawing, it isn't all the time that you have your drawings all visible in the window like this. It isn't all the time. Sometimes you may have your drawing looking as big as this. You have to switch to the next side to look at what is there. You have to switch to the next side to look at what is there. So you have to know how to perform those movements, and it's introduced sometimes too. You want to focus on some point and observe something. You have to know how to do that very well. And this brings us to how to rotate, how to pan, and how to zoom. So the first thing I'm going to talk about among the three is the zooming. Now what you should know is that anytime you are zooming, the zooming zooms towards the point where the cursor is placed. So if I place the cursor on the eye of this Android draft and I zoom, it will zoom in towards where the cursor was placed like this, as you see. Now if you want to zoom, I'm going to first of all consider using the mouse. Others may prefer to use the touchpad. So after showing you how to use the mouse, then I will show you how to use the touchpad. So if you want to use the mouse to zoom, you have to scroll your scroll wheel forward. You have to move your scroll wheel forward like this. It will zoom towards where the cursor is placed, and zooming out, you move it, you scroll out, or you scroll backward to move out. You scroll forward to move in, you scroll backward to move out, to zoom out. And the next thing you're going to talk about is the type of zooming. You have so many forms of zooming here. You have zoom extend, zoom window, and if you want to see that, you come to the right corner of your workspace. You see this rectangular menu there. It contains the full navigation wheel, it contains the pan, it contains the zoom, it contains the rotation. Now if you want to zoom, you have to, as I've showed you, the quickest way of zooming is to use a scroll wheel, but there are other forms of zooming as well, and if you want to find them, you click on the drop down below this box and lens icon, then it will bring up the pop-up. You have the zoom extent, where it will bring all the drawings into focus. You see what I did? I was zoomed towards the side view text here, and when I performed a zoom extent, it brought all the other drawings into view. So that is the zoom extent. And you have the zoom window, where it will ask you to draw a particular window which it will focus the zooming. So I want to focus my zooming on this Android drawing like this. So I will place my first corner, then place my opposite corner like this. Then it will zoom towards the Android drawing as I showed you. The next type of zoom we are going to consider is the zoom previous. It will take you back to the previous type of zoom you performed. Then you have the zoom all, where it is also like the zoom extend. It will bring every drawing into view. The next type is the zoom dynamic, where it will ask you for a window like this. You click on a part, then you open it up to where you want to zoom it inside. Then you will select anywhere in the drawing. You can select anywhere in the drawing and place your window, and you press enter. It will zoom for you. It will cut the rest of the drawing which are outside the rectangle and zoom into this extent. I think the other types of the zooming is very handy and you can go about them. Zoom center, their names also suggest zoom center, meaning it will ask you for a center where it wants to zoom towards. So if I want to zoom toward the center of this circle, I'll just click it, then I'll be asked for a magnification. How much times do I want it to be zoomed to? So maybe 2 times, and press enter. It will zoom in 2 times the usual size. Then the next type, I think that is it for the zooming. The rest are very handy and you can go about them. But the most important thing you have to know is that the most common zooming you will be used to is the one you do using the scroll wheel. You zoom in by moving forward. You zoom in, you zoom out by moving backward like this. The next thing on the list is the panning. The panning is represented by the hand symbol here, and if you are using a mouse, if you want to pan, you just have to click on the scroll wheel and hold it down. So long as you hold down the scroll wheel, you can pan. So for example, this way and that way. Maybe I have zoomed in to this extent and I want to view another part of the drawing. I can pan to view the eyes of this Andre looking at me here. I can also pan to go to, you can just move around by panning. You click and hold your scroll button, then you move in the direction that you want. You move away from the direction that you want. Then the next thing is but if you are using a mouse which does not have a scroll wheel, then you have to activate the pan feature by clicking on the hand tool here. Then when you click on the left mouse button and hold it, it will allow you to pan. The next thing is the rotation. I have a pair of jet engines here which we are going to consider. So if you want to rotate, you have 3 types of rotations. You have the orbit, the free orbits, and the continuous orbits. The free orbits, it allows you to rotate every direction that you want. It allows you to rotate the drawing in every direction that you want. And if you want to rotate using the mouse with a scroll wheel, you have to hold down the shift key, then you hold down your scroll wheel, then you rotate in any direction that you want. As long as you hold these 2 buttons or these 2 keys down, you can rotate in any direction, in any plane that you want. And if you want to stop, just release it and you are done rotating. So if you want to rotate, for example, hold down your shift key, then you move about like this, gently, like this, gently, like this. The next type of rotation is the free orbit. When you activate the free orbit, it will introduce this wheel, and it means that these 2 wheels will make the object rotate along the axis of these 2 circles here. So if I select this one and I click and hold on it, I can only rotate the object along the axis of these 2 circles. I can't rotate it up and down. No, I can only rotate it in this, along the axis of this direction. I can rotate it that way. Then if you want to rotate it vertically, you click on one of these like this, then you hold down the left click, then you move it like this. You can move it in any other direction than up and down. The next type of rotation is the continuous orbit. What it does is that it will continuously rotate your object without you performing the rotation. But what it needs you to do is to initiate the rotation. For example, if I want to rotate from here to here along this axis, I'll have to just click, then move it, then leave it, then it will start rotating. You see how it does that. Then if I want to stop it, I will just click it. So that is it for the continuous rotation. I think I have to repeat that. So when you activate it like this, you will get the opportunity to rotate it along the axis. You initiate the rotation, so like this. Then you press and hold your left mouse button. Then when you are done initiating it, then you release it, then it will continue rotating for you. Then if you want to stop it, just click, then you are done. And if you want to exit the rotation command, you just press escape, then you are done rotating. And if you are in a 3D plane and you want to view the sides of the image, this cube is there for you to do that. This cube is there for you. You can press the vertices of the cube or the edges of the cube or the faces of the cube like this. It will position the drawing or the 3D model according to how according to where you clicked and how the cube looks when you click. So I can also click here to give you another view. I can click here to give you another view. If I want the right view of the drawing, I will click on the right face like this. And if I want to turn it around to show the other face on the right, I'll just have to click on this right arrow, then it will show me like this. I hope you'll be able to find your way around once you know how the cube works. However, what about if you do not have a mouse with a scroll wheel? Then you might as well want to use your touchpad. You can still zoom, pan and rotate, just that it will be a little bit more difficult than if you were using it will be difficult more than if you were using a mouse with a scroll wheel. So if you want to zoom with your touchpad, then you have to put 2 fingers on your touchpad. Then if you want to zoom in, then you move those 2 fingers down. If you want to zoom in, you move those 2 fingers down, down, down. Anytime you move them down, it will zoom in. And if you want to zoom out, you move them up. Or you pinch out to zoom in, or pinch 2 fingers in to zoom out like this. And if you can't do any of these on your touchpad, then I think you will have to go to your mouse settings and you allow those settings over there where you can apply your 2 finger scrolling. Or you can also zoom by selecting any option here as we did with the mouse. If you want to pan, you have to click on the pan icon hand here. Then you come and click on your drawing where you want to pan. You click and hold, then you move in the direction that you want. You click and hold it. As long as you keep holding it, you can pan. And if you want to rotate, do the same thing. You click on the rotation on the navigation panel, then you click, then you rotate. You click, you hold, then you rotate. You click, you hold, and you rotate. So I think that is how you can perform these functions if you are not having a mouse with a scroll wheel, or if you are only having a touchpad. Thank you very much, guys, for being with me. And this is all for today for zooming and panning and the rotation. So if you have any suggestions, or if you have any comments, or you have any complaints, please don't forget to voice them in the comment section. And also I would urge you to hit the like button for us, and also to subscribe for future videos.